Let's get back to news updates. As far as Trudeau's love for Khalistan is not new, but what is shocking is this repeated brazen defense for his anti-India hate. In a fresh reaction, the Canadian Prime Minister has condemned hate. He said that any kind of hate is condemnable, but on the same time has failed to mention Khalistan, which continues to threaten Indians there in Canada. In recent example, Khalistani sympathizer Pannun, who had released another hate video threatening Indians, and this is happening right under the nose and the watch of the Canadian Prime Minister. But Justin Trudeau continues to turn a blind eye to anti-India hate and continues to provide a free run to Khalistanis on his soil.
किसी देश की सरकार आतंकवादी सोच के लोगों को पनाह देती है तो उनको पाकिस्तान का हाल देख लेना चाहिए। पाकिस्तान का क्या हाल है? वो अपने घर में आतंकवाद को बढ़ावा देने का एक तरह से न्योता दे रहे हैं। और दूसरा मैं कह दूं, ये गीदड़ धमकियों से भारत डरने वाला नहीं है। एक समय था जब भारत में बम धमाके होते थे, 26/11 बाकी हो, तो उस समय की सरकारें दुनिया में गुहार लगाती थी, बचा लो बचा लो। लेकिन आज अंतर इतना है कि जहां से आतंकवादी घुसपैठ करते ना, आज वो दुहाई देते फिरते कि बचा लो, मोदी सरकार रगड़ रही है।
Now, such has been the state while Trudeau remains mum on Khalistan. An Indian envoy to Canada has expressed his concern over the safety and security of himself and his council members. In an interview to the Canadian newspaper, the Indian High Commissioner R. Sanjay Verma has said that he fears for his life in Canada.
गुरपतवंत सिंह पन्नू जो कह रहा है 19 तारीख के बाद एयर इंडिया पे खतरा है, मतलब एयर इंडिया को उड़ा देगा, एयरपोर्ट पे मत जाना। देखिए, मैं ये मानता हूँ, पहले मैं इसको समझता था कि ये खाली आईएससी से पैसे लेकर सिखों को बदनाम कर रहा है, देश के अंदर एक गंदा माहौल पैदा कर रहा है। मुझे लगता है कि ये पगला गया। आप क्या कहना चाहते हैं कि एयर इंडिया को खतरा है, एयर इंडिया को उड़ा दिया जाएगा? अरे ये तो बेईमान सा आदमी है, पैसे के लिए ऐसे ये सब कुछ कर रहा है। ऐसे इस आदमी की स्टेटमेंट को कभी सीरियसली ना लिया करो, ऐसे समझा करो कि कोई पागल खाने से एक पागल और भाग गया है, उसकी स्टेटमेंट है।
Well, Rishabh is with us right now because Rishabh, the Canadian Prime Minister, says that he is against hate. But what about the hate that continues to be spewed against Indians who have been living there in Canada, especially under the garb of Khalistani terror?
Well, definitely. We have seen in past 2 months that how the Hindu community as well as the Indian diaspora in Canada has repeatedly written to the Interior Minister as well as the Security Minister in Canada, fearing for violence against them. And now none other than Sanjay Kumar Verma, India's High Commissioner to Canada, in an open interview has said that he is concerned about the safety and security of himself as well as his consul generals. Remember, we have consulate in Toronto as well as Vancouver, and both these consul generals have been repeatedly being targeted. They have been threatened for their life. Now the Indian envoy has made it clear that he is concerned about it, and that's the reason that India has been pressing Canada against the whole Khalistan issue. Justin Trudeau comes out with a tweet saying that the swastika mark that has been put on Parliament, it is a hate crime, and Canada will not tolerate any such incident on the Canadian soil. At the same time, sitting in Canada, likes of Pannun are sending out open threats, calling out that on 19th November, do not travel Air India. We will attack it. We will even change the name of Delhi Airport for that matter.
The main difference that the Canadian Prime Minister should know what it comes to the symbols as he's talking about as hate. There is a difference between the Hindu religion which uses swastika and Adolf Hitler's Hakenkreuz.
Well, definitely, that's the issue. The problem is, without knowing the historical facts, without understanding the relevance of different signatures and different insignias, you are making a comment.
Rishabh, unable to hear you clearly. We'll just reconnect that line. But however, this is important to note as far as the Indian diplomats, the Indian ambassador and the Indian High Commissioner there, who has been stating that there is a possible threat to their life as well, because they no longer feel safe in Canada, and this is coming right back-to-back threats and such videos and propaganda that is being forwarded when it comes to such Khalistani terrorists, and that's happening on the soil of Canada itself. Rishabh, thank you very much for the moment.